Right, I'm going to show you how I play the 3 spins after a double. All we'll be working on is this little area here, and we'll be using the techniques and see how good we are when we recoup the 3 chips that we put out for a bet. Normally I'd bet 6 chips, which would be 2 on every number, but just for you, until you get good, we're going to start with 1. We want these scores here to be above 50 when we finish. So if you put anything in here, whenever we have a bet, we put 3 chips in there, and then over here, once you get your win, you would put your 35 chips, and it will take off here to tell you what's what. Now you have to make sure when you're in here that you put in the negative. You have to put in the minus, so it knows that it's minus, because it's going to add these two together to give you this here. So that's that. So I'll get rid of him. It'll keep you online. We only expect to get 1 win per 12 spins, 12 doubles, but that can come in any way, as you will find as we go along. Now I can't see there, so I'll just move that over a little bit to there, which means I have to move my analyzer, because my one's a little bit different to yours. I've got my one on my desktop, so if I do that, I can actually move that back. And I'm going to stop the video at different points and put things in, otherwise it'll be too long for you. So first thing I'm going to do is put the numbers in. 29, 21, 0. See, he's already telling me I'm taking too long. Sorry. So 29, let's just see them going in here. 21, 0. All we're going to worry about is when the double comes up to warn us, and that we part there. So I'll just quickly put these in and I'll come back. So what's going to happen is once we get 2 numbers the same, that's when we're going to start playing. We're going to play the next 3 spins after that double. We're not going to play until we do that. So all we have to do is keep clicking on here until we get ourselves a double. Okay, as you can see, there's not been the same number out yet. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So any minute now we're going to get a double. Right, I'll just quickly update here. The last number we had out was a 9, so we need a 12, 2, 35, 18, and 25. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So more than likely it's going to be the next number out. It's going to be a double, because they don't normally go too far past 16 different numbers, but it does happen. Okay, we haven't got a 13 in here, so it's about 3% of the time you'll get different numbers every time. But as you'll see, as we do this frequently, you're not going to get them getting this far up all the time. But that's just part of the way it goes. Right, now we'll put these in. 13, 6, so 25, 13, 6. 22, 10, 30. Now keep an eye out. 22. See where it says double? A double's come up. Now that's interesting because it took more than 16 numbers out before a double come out. Now you just watch as we see this, because this tells you when the double happened, but I'll show you when we get a different one. So now this is when we start playing. Okay, so all you do on this at the moment is you just keep on going until you get that double and then you play. So the next two numbers we're going to bet on. So first of all we've got to bring the number up.
20, black.
It's number 20. We put one chip on here, and as I say, I normally play with two, but we're going to put one chip on here, the 20.
35, black.
We didn't get a win, so we put another chip back on the 20, which is the second chip we've put out, and one on the 35. We want one of these two to win.
8, black.
Right, as you see, neither of them won. So first of all, update the here. 22, we had a 20, 35, and an 8. Now that cost us 3 chips, so we go over here and we put -3. That's how much it's cost us so far, so we can keep an eye on it. We want the double to come up within 12 spins, or we have to recoup as we're going along. So next, what I'll do now is to make it a bit faster, I'll pause this and I'll stop when we get the next double. And you watch how it's going to change from 16 to 16. Right, so we've had a few spins. We haven't got a double yet. I just wanted to tell you that sometimes you just wait. You can just wait and let these build up. So there's been if you're expecting one win out of every 12 doubles, you can just let them build up. Saves you time. The second thing is, when you do this and it's costing you 3 chips each time, what I do is I recoup those chips back. Now if you go and have a look at the recouping on the page where I've got everything lined up for you, it'll show you how to do it. So what I do next is I've got number 8, so 16 and 30, 16, 30. You won't be perfect at it, 16, 30, 31, but you don't have to be. You're just training yourself. Now, here's one way of getting some of those 3 chips back. We've had a look, the double was there, the 22 and the 22. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, usually before the 16th spin or the 16th spin back, somewhere around there, you'll get a double coming out. So we could use these numbers safely to say, well, I don't think a double's coming out on this very next spin. So if I have a look over here, and we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So these are cold numbers. Let me have a look. I think if I can go into here, I've got 3, 7, 14, 8, 5, 7 and 8. So 7 and 8 will be good for me. This is here, 7 and 8. I'm going to miss out that line there. And what else can I miss out? This is to me to do some recouping. Or I can look down here and look at the streets and say what streets. If you're not sure what I'm saying, just go and have a look. Here's a good one. If we look here, where there's a new one coming out each time, these are sections. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I quite like the sections. So I'm going to look at the last section. It was 3, which is 1, 2, 3. So that tells you this one here is not really going to come out. There's a smaller chance for these 4 to come out because there's a new number each time, and you've got section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's a better chance of missing out those 4 numbers, the 12, 9, 6 and 3, rather than just randomly pick something. So if I put 1 chip there, oh, what am I doing? Gotta go on the table. That means it's these ones here. So if I put 2 chips there, 2 chips there. This is just one of those 6 chips here. These are one of the recoupers you can learn You won't be perfect on them, but you don't have to be. And of course you miss out the 0 on this one.
6, black,
Well, that was a bad start for us because we've got 2 of them in there. So now that was a bet of 16, so I have to go over here and add the 16 to the 3, which is 19. Okay, so we're down 19 chips. Now this is just going to happen. There's no way around it. You're going to make mistakes. But now, since I've got 2 there, I'm going to try that again. I don't expect another one to come in that row.
4, black,
So if we redo that one, so that gave us 2 extra back. So we can go in here, where it says 19, we take 2 off, which makes it 7. Okay, don't worry what happens in small games, it's in the long run. Now we've got to also keep an eye on the where we are in case a double comes up. What do we got? We got 3 and 1. Why is there a 1 there? $16, $30, $31, which is here. Oh, put the wrong ones in. So the 3, that 1 is wrong. So what I'll do is I'll push the undo button. The 1 comes off, and I'll change it to a 6, and then to a 4. Now that's interesting. These 2 have come off in the same row. So I don't expect that row to come up next. Now another way you can do this, if I just shoot over here, is you can just put 1 chip like that, which covers there. But once again, if you go and have a look at the page, it'll show you how to do it. So we're going to miss out those. So I'll put 2 chips here, 2 here, 2 there, 2 there. Right. Now we're missing those out and 0, which means we're going to make 1 extra chip. Now the 1 is actually in the cold number, so I'm going to miss him out and take those 3, and we'll spin that. What do we get there? Now what's this? We don't want those people. What the hell are they doing here? Go away, I don't want you. Now what happened there? We've got the so we rebet that. We won on that one, so we won 1 back. I mean, it's not much, but it all helps because these are very slim bets that you can lose. I mean, you'll have losses, but you have slim losses. Right, anyway, so 4, 16. Now we're going to 16. Cool. We haven't got a double. Now, once you remember that, we're down 16. Remember that for later. Now, here's this 4 and 10 I was telling you about. That 4 tells you, or that 10 tells you that the last double after this one came out 10 spins after that last double, and the first time the number came out was there on the 4th spin. So our last double, what was that? It was 22. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 22 was the last double. Okay, so there's 22 and 22. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. The 16 come out because that's our next double. In fact, it's just doubled. Yep. Okay, so what did I say? Yeah, so 4. That 4 represents that it was the 4th spin after the last double, and then here is the 6th spin. This is when the double came out the second time. So that's how you read these. Now what are we up to? 3, 4. So the next one we have, we'll get rid of all that. This next number out is the first one we bet on this next double.
34, red,
So we put 1 on the 34.
30, red,
Okay, the 34 didn't come out. We put 1 on there and 1 on the 30.
30,
Hey! Look at that. There we are, right there. I'll just rebet so you can see. There it is. That one came up. We got our win. There's the 3 numbers after the double. 1, 2. Oh, bugger off, will you? Right, so there was the last the double. So the 3 numbers after the double was what we were looking for. There's 2 numbers the same. Now it could be the 34 can come out there and second, or so you got a couple of different options. Point is, we won 35 chips from that just by placing those two out. So if I go over here, I shoot over here to 35, put 35 in there, and that means that should be what is it? A profit of 12, 35. What's going on there? Do I happen to take that out? Get rid of him. Oh wait, I got too many chips, too much in there. Goes like that. I wonder what was going on there. Right, so we made a profit of 19 once we got rid of our the mistakes we made. Now it wasn't just me, it was you as well. Now you watch down here. I'm just going to reload these. So the last number we had was a 16. So we want 34, 30 and 30. So we go 16. Okay. 34. Now you watch here. 34. And that's what we want. 2 and 3. So that tells you that after the last double, which was the 16s, see the 34 there? After that, the 16s, I haven't put the 30 in, have I? What am I doing? Sorry, I made a mistake. It's not 34, 34. I'll get rid of that. It's 34, 30, 30. Right. So after the last double, which is the 16th, the 30 doubled, which is 1, 1, 2, 3. So there's the 3 there. Now somehow I've stuffed this up. I've made a balls up because I've got the 3 and 4 now. What have I done wrong? 3, 6 and 4. I've got two 16s in there. Man, I'm being a bit of an airhead today. There shouldn't be two 16s? No. Oh God. Right. Let's have a look. 30, 31. So 16, 30, 31. 3, 6 and 4. Right. 16. Right, now 34. And two 30s. Sorry about that. Right, so as we see now, 16 was the last double. There's the two numbers that come out. So it come out one spin after the last double, 2, 3, and there's your 2 and 3 there. That's why it says it. Now, as you can see on this one, if I had a weighted and for a few of these to come out, then it would have come out, which means now you've got to wait again before you start playing. So sometimes they come out within the first 5. Other times they come out. You might get 10 or 12 out and it hasn't come out yet. Then you get 2 wins in a row. So in this one, you just have to relax. Now, as you realise here, when I made that mistake before, because normally if you get a couple of numbers in here, that's not going to come out again. But unfortunately it's gambling and it can happen, and it did happen. Now if I get upset and go stupid and do silly bets, I could get myself in all sorts of trouble. But I didn't. I kept cool, I got my win, and I made a profit. And I would have got this here down anyway with some recouping that I would have done. So really, to answer your question, you just have to try it. You have to just say, right, do I wait? Because sometimes it's going to take a while before the double comes up, and occasionally it's going to take quite a few spins. But that's why you need to get good at recouping, and it's just the way it goes. I mean, really, all you're doing is just coming on here. I'll get rid of those, and you're just clicking spin. Hey, let's have a look and see what would happen, because that's a double as well. 24. So I would have put one on there,
31.
and now so the 21 and 34, I would have put one on each of those.
31.
Oh, I bloody should have done that, because the next double's just come up. Ah, now that's your fault. The reason I didn't do that was because I'm making this video for you. Oh, bugger. Anyway, can you get out of here, man? I'm trying to teach something. Right, so we'll go back to... Oh, that's a shame. Isn't it annoying? But anyway, bloody thing. So, 24's got to go in there. Put that in, and then what did I say? 31 and 31. And of course, there's my next double straight away. Oh, isn't that a stinky, stinky, bloody thing? But that's the way it goes. Sometimes that happens, you know. I was over here and I did that recouping and I made a mistake and I lost. This time I didn't take it and it come in. Stuff happens. Don't get upset. It's not worth it. Oh, but look at that. See, normally I would carry on doing that, but anyway, I'm over it. Now, I will stop this video because we've done 20 minutes, so that's not too bad. Sometimes you can win. See, when I normally play, I would put 2 chips on each time. So that would be 70 chips there, I would have won, and 70 chips there, which is 140, and it would have been done in 20 minutes. But it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes you have to be patient, and you may get down to 17 doubles and it still hasn't come out, but it will come out at some point. You just have to keep cool. But if you just keep doing this, you know, even if you just did this yourself and just spin some numbers, just to get an idea of what actually happens. Anyway, that's basically how it works. And what we can do here then is go 1, 2. I could go up to here and I can use this one as a win. And just say I had 1 win. Well, there's 100% winnings. And if we sneak it and say we won that one, well, there's 200%. And we had 1 loss on that thing over there. Anyway, any more questions, let me know.